Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros, and I am a Whovian, and welcome to this week's Who review. So, today I'm reviewing The Witchfinders. So, this is the 8th episode in the 11th series, so we're getting very close to the end now. So the Doctor, Graham, Ryan, and Yaz find themselves in, in the early 1600s during the witch trials, and they run into King James along the way there, played by Alan Cumming, and basically, is it really witchcraft or is it alien activity? Now, before we go on any further, I just want to warn you that there are going to be spoilers in this review. So if you haven't watched this week's episode, then I suggest you turn away now and go watch it. But if you have watched it, good for you. So, basically, the Doctor, is trying to get to the bottom of this whole witch epidemic. And there's this woman called Lady Becker or something, who is commanding these witch trials. And then these alien-like mud creatures use the bodies of the dead as vessels. And then, well, we find in a big turn of events that Becker has actually got the queen of these alien creatures called the Morax. Mud-like aliens that take vessels. And we find out that the hilltop that she lived on when she was were a prison for them, and a tree was a lock holding them in. And then next thing you know, she doesn't like the tree because it spoils her view of the hill, so she chops it down and awakens them. So let's just get to my likes and dislikes about this episode. First of all, I love Jodie Whittaker as usual. She's brilliant as the Doctor. Do I need to say anything more? She did great in this. And she was even being tried for a witch. And there was one part where she mentioned if she was still a man, she'd be able to do this willy-nilly. But, the Doctor as a woman, she got tried for being a witch. And that's also her sonic screwdriver was, apparently accused of being a wand. But of course she soon proves that it's all science and not sorcery. And we get some other things going on with that. Anyway, Jodie Whittaker is great as usual. Graham, I like his character. Ryan and Yaz, to me, I felt like Ryan and Yaz didn't really have a key part in this episode this week. They just felt like they were there just for the sake of being there. It's just, I don't think we got to see much of them this week. You know what I'm saying? We saw them, but they just didn't feel like they were a key part of the story. So of course this week's big guest star is Alan Cumming, who is a Scottish actor who's been in so many films, from X-Men 2 to Spy Kids to Son of the Mask to loads of things. And I did see in an article months ago that he was going to be in an episode, and he was playing King James, and I thought he was quite funny in this role. It's just thinking, people back then were so naive, and I liked his character he played. He was a bit of a loony in it, but still a great loony. And I've been, out of all the guest stars we've had this series, one of his guest roles were my most anticipated, and he did great in this episode. I thought he was a fun character, King James. Crazy. Also, the monsters, the oh god, I've completely forgotten their names now. The Morax, am I saying that right? Yeah, I like they were a unique monster, I think. Tiny little spores that take over a human vessel, and that, of course, we saw like the Queen one in her full form when she took over. Becca, played by her out of Benidorm, who I knew as Janice Garvey. Yeah, they didn't look too scary to me, but yeah, it takes a lot to scare me. I didn't find these monsters scary, but I found them good. I like them, but we just didn't. I feel like we didn't get to really know much about them, because it's like they were saved up to the last 5 minutes what they were actually doing and that. But I thought this was a fairly decent episode. Was it as better than last week's? It's not been the worst one this series, let's put it like that. So yeah, this week's Doctor Who, final thoughts and ratings. So I thought this episode was, a good one. I liked Alan Cumming in this. He was funny in this one. So with all that being said, I think I'm going to give Doctor Who the Witchfinders let's see, you know what, I think I'll give this week's episode a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for the Witchfinders. So that has been the review on the Witchfinders. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description. So until next time, run for your life.